In this video, I'm going to break down and compare 4 meta ad creatives, one with an ad spend of $50, another with $500, then $1,000, and finally with the creative of $5,000 ad spend. So you will know exactly what makes a great ad and what makes a bad one. All of these ad creatives were created by our team so that I can share you behind the scene thought process of creating them and why some of them performed well and some of them didn't perform well, so that you will know exactly what kind of ad creatives are working right now in meta ads and what kind of elements make a successful, a great spending ad creative. So without a further delay, let's start with the $50 ad creative. So as you can see over here, our campaign structure was simple, a CBO campaign, and we used to dump our ad creatives into that. So the best performing creative automatically got the most amount of spend and the worst performing creative got the least amount of spend. So keep this thing in mind because this particular creative was our worst performing. That's why it got in the least amount of spend also at the same time. So it spent around $73 in total. CPC is fine, it's $2.50. I don't really care about CPC until and unless my CPA or cost per purchase KPIs are met. But if you will see the cost per purchase is $73, that means that we just got like one purchase out of this, which is the highest. Like the cost per purchase in this particular creative was the highest when we will compare with other creatives right now. So it was clearly one of the worst performing creatives for our team. Now, if you will see the creative itself, it's a static review ad creative, a very simple kind of a creative where we have the product photography and we also have the review from one of our customers. To be very honest, the creative is not that visually appealing. That is one of the reasons why it didn't turn out well. And second reason is that our ad account was new. So when you have a new ad account, you don't have that much of data to target middle of the funnel or bottom of the funnel audience, because this kind of creative is to target those kind of audience. And that is another reason why this creative didn't take that much amount of spend. And to be very honest, the creative was not visually appealing. So I was not surprised when this creative was not a winning one for us. So the key takeaway from here is that whenever you are creating a static review ad creative or any creative in static format, to be honest, has to be very visually appealing so that people can stop their scroll and look at it. So the design aspect of static creative is very crucial if you really want to make a standout winning creative in static format. Moving on, if we will see our next ad creative with $500 spent, basically it's spent at around $636 in total. I just rounded it off. Now, if you will see the CPC over here is $3.46, which is higher than the previous one, but I don't really care about that because here the cost per purchase is $31, which is kind of half of the previous one. And that is why it performed well as compared to the other creative. And the production quality of this creative was also much better when we compare that with the static review creative. Let me show you the creative right now. So if you see this creative, it's pretty engaging at the same time. It is not that much of educational. It is just showing off the lifestyle. So one of the reasons why this creative performed well was because it was highly engaging. It was fast cuts. It was showing the lifestyle, shot in a nice background, and was showing off the product nicely and was targeting one particular segment of the audience, which is females at a particular age, pretty much in an accurate manner. But the second reason why this creative was not the best performing out of all of the others is that it is not sharing anything unique about our product, or it is not giving any particular reason to the customers why they switch from their existing brands to our brand. So that is why probably this particular creative didn't take much of the spend, but still it performed better than the previous one. Let's move on to our $1,000 ad creative. So if you see, this particular creative had a spend of around $1,115. The CPC is much lower, which is $1.82. That is cool. And cost per purchase is also fine. Our cost per purchase KPI or target was to hit around $42, $43. So 39.85, I'm happy with that. So 39.85 cost per purchase was there. And CPM frequency, I don't really look into it if my cost per purchase metrics are met, because to be very honest, you can't control CPM or you can't control frequency on your own level. What you can control is cost per purchase and ROS. So better to focus on that thing. My next video will be about knowing what kind of metrics metrics you need to track in Facebook ads, which are in your control. Now, interesting point over here is that this particular creative was a static ad creative, but it was much better than the previous static review creative, which I showed you in the first hand. So if you see, this particular creative is not very like fancy or not very visually appealing, but our research was done in a manner where we saw that a lot of people are facing the problem of replacing their track pants on a regular basis. During our research, we found out that durability was one of the issues of the customers, so we targeted that pain point over here in this particular static review creative. So if you see, the hook was tired of replacing track pants every season. We compared fast fashion brands to our brand so that we can show exactly what kind of benefits or what kind of unique features we have as compared to other brands in the market. So if you see, fast fashion has cheap polycotton fabric, where we have 100% organic French terry. Fast fashion needs replacement every season, where we can last for years, not season also. And the other thing was that fast fashion brands don't really have longevity in their products, wherever our products have that longevity also at the same time. So this static creative was not visually appealing, but it was very informative to the audience, and it was targeting the pain point of the audience in the right manner. And that is one of the reasons why this creative turned out to be a better one for us as compared to the other creatives in the past. So let's move on to our next creative, which is the best performing creative for us for this particular brand, which is a $5,000 creative. It spent around $5,374. The CPC is much lower as compared to other three creatives that I've showed you. So it's like $1.62, and cost per purchase is also great because 37.40 cost per purchase. Our target KPI is much higher than that. So I'm happy with this cost per purchase also at the same time. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you can say that, okay, the $500 ad creative got $31 of cost per purchase, but this particular creative is getting $37 of cost per purchase. But you need to keep in mind that whenever you have a creative which is getting higher amount of spend, it will not have the least amount of cost per purchase, because that creative is giving you more sales as compared to the creative which is not getting enough spend. And that's why sometimes the best performing creative does not have the best cost per purchase. It usually has the cost per purchase what you are aiming for. So keep that thing in mind, because don't really aim for the lowest cost per purchase, aim for the highest amount of spend with the cost per purchase that you are aiming for. Let me show you the creative right now.
The epidemic that women are facing is that we do not have the pant. Like, which pants should we buy when we want to look cozy, comfortable, ready for travel, ready for a picnic? Sweatpants are comfy, but they definitely lack style. Jeans are a clear no, it's too uncomfortable. That's when I came across these organic crew pants. It is made up of French terry cotton, which provides maximum level of comfort. And it looks stylish, has pockets and an elegant cut at the bottom, which makes you feel put together while still being comfy. I have finally found a pant which will be perfect for almost all occasions.
Now, if you see, it's a very good creative because it's a UGC creative with the perfect kind of audience that we are looking forward to. And also at the same time, it is targeting the pain point that a lot of women are facing, that they do not have the pant which is versatile enough to wear at home, wear at multiple occasions in the future also. So we are really bringing out that particular aspect of the creative, that, okay, you can wear this pant at your home also, it's comfortable, and you can go out also with this pant because it's stylish also at the same time. And clearly it was a winning creative for us, and it's still running with a very good ROS and with a very good amount of spend also at the same time. So that's it for this video. Hope you found it valuable. If you found it valuable, let me know so that I can break down more ad creatives that is made by our team in the future in different industries. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every single week. And if you want our team to help you with Facebook ads, click the link in the description and book a call with me. Till then, I will see you in the next video.